13 points a game. If they do that all season long, they're going to be mentioned right there with the 85 Bears. I think on the back end, if they can tighten up the coverage just a little bit, those pass rushers up front are really close. Michael Parsons was all over Dak Prescott. He was a half a second away. Rashawn Gary, and Van Ness, those guys are going to be right there. I think we're going to see this defense continue to dominate because when they don't play a guy who's on fire like Dak Prescott, they've been pretty good this year so far, giving up only 13 points a game.
All right, the Browns quarterback situation is something we've been talking about for months. They've decided to go with Dillon Gabriel against the Vikings. The Vikings have Brian Flores, terrific defensive coordinator. What do you make of that decision by the Cleveland Browns?
I like it. I mean, who are we going to wait around for, like the little rascals? Like, this is pro football. It doesn't matter who the coordinator is on the other side. You got to go against somebody. So I get it. Brian Flores is tough. But think about this. Guess what? Jackson Dart made his appearance in his debut against Jim Harbaugh and the mighty Charger defense. How did Jackson Dart do? They won the football game. So I think he's going to go out. I think the ball is going to come out quick. He's a rhythm and timing quarterback. It's going to be quickly. It's going to be precise. It's going to be accurate. And you're going to see Jerry Jeudy and some of those guys be able to run after catch. But I like the idea. It's pro football. We're not going to wait around for the little rascals or for the perfect team for him to go against. He's getting paid. He's a professional football player. It doesn't matter who's on the other side. I like the Browns ripping the Band-Aid off and putting the rookie out there.
All right, Booger, we're not going to let you get away without going to college football. I gave you a shout out earlier this week because I was stupid wrong to suggest that Georgia was going to thrash Alabama, couldn't beat them at all, and you got it right, and you were certain about it. So I'm going to stay with Alabama and ask you if the Tide should be on upset alert against a Vanderbilt team, which stunningly they have sort of struggled against, and what you think will happen also in Florida State, Miami.
I'm going to put this one right in your wheelhouse, Wilbon. Years ago, they asked Charles Barkley what he thought about Angola, and he simply said, I don't know much about Angola, but Angola in trouble. I think Vanderbilt is going to be in trouble for two things. Number one, I think what happened last year in Nashville when the Commodores upset Vanderbilt, I think that's going to get Alabama's attention. And number two, they're going to be at home. This game is not on the road. And so I think Alabama is going to be out to prove a point. I think we thought the demise of Alabama after they lost to Florida State, that's been over-exaggerated. They came back, they beat Georgia. I think everything is all right in Tuscaloosa, and I think they beat the Vanderbilt Commodores by 14 plus. As far as the Seminoles and the Hurricanes, I think Miami could be in trouble. I think Florida State has this young quarterback. His name is Thomas Castellanos. And if you remember in the offseason, he told us, hey, Alabama doesn't have Nick Saban to save them, and they went out and beat the Crimson Tide. I think you're looking at a situation where this quarterback is going to bring some gravitas to the table. Like, he's going to get this team ready to go. They're at home again. Miami's going on the road. And let's be honest, I'm not as big a believer in Carson Beck as most people. I think Florida State keeps this game closer than most people think. And if Thomas Castellanos can make a couple of plays down the stretch, Florida State can pull not only one upset, but this will be the second upset in Doak Campbell Stadium.
Wow.
I learned my lesson. I'm not going against you again, Bug. I will tell you this as we wrap up. I'm old enough to have been sitting in the audience that day 33 years ago when Charles Barkley uttered that famous line about Angola. Booger, thanks, man. We appreciate it.
Wow, anytime, man. Appreciate it, guys.
We'll take one last break, but coming up, 5th birthday, Glenn Anderson. We all recognize Oilers legends Wayne Gretzky, Mark Messier, Grant Fuhr, and Yari Curry. But how about a little love for their fellow Hall of Famer Anderson? He won 6 cups, 5 with Edmonton, 1 with the Rangers. Anderson was a 4-time All-Star, scoring 498 goals, Frank, in the regular season, another 93 in the playoffs. Wow.
The one that he won with the Rangers, they were basically the New York Oilers. You had Esa Tikkanen on that team, Craig McTavish, Kevin Lowe, Messier. Unbelievable. What a career Glenn Anderson had, though. Incredible player.
Happy anniversary, Bucky Dent.
Yeah.
On this day 47 years ago, Dent hit the 3-run homer over the monster to help the Yankees beat the Red Sox in a tiebreaker game, earning him the nickname throughout New England of Bucky Bleepin' Dent. That home run was only Dent's 5th that season, and he hit just 40 over his 12-year career. Dent later managed the Yankees for parts of the 89 and 90 seasons.
I remember coming home from school just in time for that. I still could hear the late, great Bill White saying, deep to left, Yastrzemski's not going to get it. It's a home run. I got to meet Bucky Dent when he was coaching with the St. Louis Cardinals. I had an assignment in Pittsburgh, hung out with him for a few hours. He told great stories, great Yankee
Bucky
stories.
Dent started his career with the White Sox. I saw him play on the South Side. Happy trails to the Angels managerial opening. League sources tell The Athletic that future Hall of Famer Albert Pujols is the leading candidate to follow Ron Washington, who was sidelined mid-season after heart surgery, and interim Ray Montgomery. The Angels finished 72-90 this season, their 10th straight season under 500. Pujols, who played a decade in Anaheim and didn't really leave on the best of terms, would be the Angels' 6th manager in 9 seasons. He has some managing experience already, winning a Dominican Winter League title as manager this past season.
Mike, if he gets the job, where do you put him on that list with great players turn manager? You know, you have Pete Rose, Frank Robinson, Roger Thornby,
Got to go a long way to
Walter
be good
Johnson.
at it. We're running out of show. We got to get to the big finish, Frank. Lamar Jackson did not practice for a second straight day with a hammy. What do you make of that?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to play. Kyle Hamilton also missed practice. Duke has reportedly agreed to extend basketball coach John Shire another 2 seasons into 2031. Does that make sense?
Yeah, following Mike Krzyzewski is impossible. He has done that, it seems. 1 Final Four appearance in 3 years. The players, the great high school players, keep coming. Yes, he's earned it seems to me. Ed Orgeron tells WAFB he's ready to coach again. Your thoughts?
Why would he want to do that? He got a $17 million buyout. Hasn't coached since 2021 at LSU. Caitlin Clark back to Fisher Collier in her exit interview with reporters today. What's your reaction?
Ooh, the commissioner of that sport. I mean, he'll have to really make a tough decision. I mean, it may be out sooner than later. Last one, Nashville won the U.S. Open Cup. Is that significant?
It's their first trophy with Matthew McConaughey of Austin FC in attendance. But you know what? The winning goal, questionable penalty kick. I didn't like the call. We're out of time. Thanks for watching. I'm Frank Isola.
I'm Mike Wilbon. We're back on ESPN.